Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Ijptlw Originals. And for this very special episode, we'll be featuring the Jurassic Park The Lost World novel, LEGO Custom Mussaurus. But before we head on with this video, the Guess PC contest winners will be announced later on, so stay tuned for that, guys. And also, I'd like to say happy birthday to HowTD55. Happy birthday! Alright, so let's now proceed with the making of the Mussaurus. So we have here our Mussaurus already kit batch. You can see here I have used different parts from different figures. Here I have a Apatosaurus, also the horns of the Triceratops used as the tail, arms of a raptor, and then of course the feet of a Silophysis. Now we're going to do our sculpting on this one. So a little bit of that actually goes a long way, and here's how it looks like after it has been primered by Bossy number 68 in gray. So now it's already, I'm ready for painting. Let's now, use some brushes, also acrylics, and also some water. I also use my handy dandy hair dryer to, speed up the process. Now the entire color of this particular figure is usually blue, so this is a mixture of blue, light gray, and a little bit of yellow. So we're painting this on most parts of the figure, including the head, the neck, the body, the extremities, and even the tail. So it takes a really good color, but for this one I actually put in around 2 coats on this one. Every time it dries, then I move on to the next side. So the Mussaurus actually, as you can see here, is actually a bit larger than what it is actually predicted or depicted in most fossil records. But the adult Mussaurus actually is much larger than what its names actually means. So the underbelly of the Mussaurus is actually a bit of a change. This is a mixture of the blues earlier on with a lot more yellow ochre to it and some more white. So this will be painted on the underside of the neck and the underbelly of our Mussaurus. Also some parts of the tail as well. So the Mussaurus in Jurassic Park novel is actually seen as a much larger creature. So that is why I actually made it this big. Also, you can see there, please also subscribe to our other channels, of course, Ijptlw Universe and the Adventures of Moira and Nasher. Alright, now that is already dried, we can now move on with the details of our Mussaurus. So using the blues that we have earlier on, we added in some black and some more blues at least, so that we can add in the painting details on these tribes and also the markings on the back and also on the neck of the Mussaurus. So using a fine tip brush here, I carefully dab in the details on our creature. So usually I start with one side of the figure and then copy the same on the other side or on the contralateral side, so that somehow it makes a bit of symmetry. As much as possible, I try to do that so that it is very similar to most LEGO figures. And now that the darker parts or the darker regions are already dried, it's now time to place in some pops of color. So this is a mixture of violet with a little bit of white, and we're painting this on the backside of our Mussaurus. So this will actually end up like stripes on the creature, but actually it's more elaborate than what it is already shown in the Jurassic Park wiki. Okay, so the stripes will be situated on the entire neck, the back, as well as that of the tail. Now we're placing in some more details. So I'm painting here black for all the toes here and all the claws. So this is just a metallic black so that it would be much, I guess, shinier even when it is actually overlaid with a flat clear paint. Okay, so that's it actually for our Mussaurus. I hope you enjoyed this particular making set of the video and learned something from it as well. And now it's time for us to have the announcements of the Guess SPC contest winners. And we have actually 10 lucky picks. Here they are. Galen, Blurraptor, Jeep Project, Pyroraptor, Ellie Joriel, Rainbow, Goji Fan, Mammon, The Marvel Sun, Emperor. Congratulations everyone, and of our top 10 winners.
Top 10.
Extinct Brits Fan,
Top
Lemon
9.
Kang Min,
Top 8.
Aidan Stevenson,
Top 7.
Gabriel Elkins,
Top 6.
Fred Bear the Bear 02,
Top 5.
Victor Gabriel,
Top 4.
Alton Todd,
Top 3.
Hunter Hints,
Top
Mr.
2.
T-Rex,
Top
and Zane
4.
Adventure. Congratulations everyone, and I'll see you in the next Guess SPC contest. For those of you who would like to join, here's how. Just click on the Extinct Bricks icon and it will lead you to the Extinct Bricks homepage. And in the homepage, just click on that community link and it will lead you to all our posts. And now, on with the Sunbricks. Okay, so let's count down the number of parts of this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8 parts to this. Let's start by connecting this with the neck part. Then attaching it to the body. Now the arms. The legs. And then the tail. There you go. Our Jurassic Park novel Mussaurus. And now for some Extinct Bricks Dino Trivia. Mussaurus, meaning mouse lizard, is a genus of herbivorous sauropodomorph dinosaur that lived in southern Argentina during the early Jurassic. Let's now move on with the closer look of our figure. Okay, so we're back now for some more of our Jurassic Park The Lost World series. And Mara here, oops, she's so excited because this is actually one of those that we wanted to complete for the longest time now. So, the Mussaurus. She'll be coming back later on for some size comparisons, so I'll see you back later, Mara. Okay, so this particular dinosaur is actually based off from the Jurassic Park wiki image here that we have right there, and is also based off from the Jurassic World Mussaurus toy from Mattel over here. So I've merged the two designs together and this is what we came out. So the Mussaurus is actually a somewhat of a transition between a sauropod and a prosauropod, so it's quite confusing, but here it is. So the design here would actually include a bluish coloration on the body, a lighter one on the underbelly, some designs or speckling on the back, some stripes also here on the thighs, and with violet colorations on the back as well. So looking at it from the top view, you can see here the details of this particular dinosaur. So yeah, so this is our what do you call this? Mussaurus. So it has some articulation, so you can move its head like so, arms, legs, and the tail can move like this. So that's it for the closer look at our Mussaurus.
And now up to some size comparisons.
Okay, so moving on with the size comparisons, here is Moira coming back and comparing this one with an actual size Mussaurus over here. You can see the difference. This one is particularly larger than what it is, but nonetheless it's quite good for its size, because in the Lost World and also in the comics it's actually much larger. And usually, Jurassic Park and also InGen was actually making larger dinosaurs than it actually is in the actual fossil remains. Okay, so moving along with our comparisons, we have some of the sauropods that we have. And first up would be this baby Brachiosaurus. So Mama Brachiosaurus won't be joining us today because we'll be looking at much smaller, sauropods for today. So we have here our Brachiosaurus, much taller than our Mussaurus, and however the Mussaurus here is much longer than our Brachiosaurus here. See? Okay, it also has a 2x2 studs on the back, and yeah, you can attach things on it when you're and might even help you with some of the chores in the park. Okay, so let's move along with the next one. We have a prosauropod from the Triassic period. This is our Plateosaurus. Okay, so our Plateosaurus here is much larger than our Mussaurus. As you can see here, I have modified the body on this one so that it is much longer compared to this one. The tail is also much longer, but actually they have the same configuration of the tail here. The neck is, I guess, yes, it's much longer than this one, but shorter arms with claws on both arms. Although our Mussaurus here also has much larger, digits on the forelimbs. You can see here that the length is much longer now, and it can easily, when it walks on all fours, it actually is much more looking or in keeping with that of our modern, or its much modern sauropod cousins. Okay, so that's the Plateosaurus for you guys. So let's move along with the next one. So this next one is actually one of those that I really like from Ijptlw universe, and this is the Bonitosaura. The Bonitosaura here is a really colorful creation by Mike, and this is actually the same size as both of my Amargasaurus as well as the and the Bahadasaurus. So we'll be looking at those as well later on, but let's just first take a look at this fantastic creation of Mike. So this is the Bonitosaurus, much larger than our Mussaurus, of course. So we'll be moving along now with some of the sauropods that I mentioned earlier on. This is the Bahadasaurus. So our Bahadasaurus here is actually one of my favorite sauropods. When I was painting it, probably I would be also repainting my Amargasaurus, but for now it will stay as is. But yeah, so this particular dinosaur is quite a good paint. It has transitions from dark brown to light brown, orange browns, and then of course a taupe color here. The stripings on the entire body is quite phenomenal, and of course those neural spines coming out from the neck is weird but beautiful at the same time. So this is our Bahadasaurus. Let's now move on with another custom of mine. This is our Margosaurus. A Margosaurus is quite peculiar as well. It has extended neural spines on the neck and also on the back as well. But on the back, it actually has this sail-like feature to it. In the Jurassic World Alive Margosaurus, this is quite depicted as a different, look. But yeah, so probably that would be one of the reasons that I would be looking at in terms of why I would be doing a repaint on this one. So probably making the neural spines a little bit longer, and this one much more magnificent than it already is. Okay, so let's now move on with the last comparison. We have the Ijptlw. Oops, it's not fitting the screen. Let me just adjust it a little bit so you can see it. There you go. This is our Ijptlw. So the Ijptlw is actually a hybrid that is included in Jurassic World Evolution. This design, at least, is from that one. It has stripes here. It has really large, armor as well. The neural spines are actually from that of the Diplodocus. The end of the tail here, as you can see, it's so long. It has a club-shaped tail, so that's from the Ankylosaurus, along with the armor here. And of course, the head here would be similar to that of a duck-like configuration, similar to a Diplodocus, but it has this horn armor to it, which is also coming from the Ankylosaurus. So that's the Ijptlw for you guys, and that's about it for our comparisons. Now, let's move along with this PC roll call. Okay, so we have here all the figures that we've shown here on this particular video, and of course, if you do have other suggestions or other comments that you'd like here to place in our video, then please comment them down below in the section, and I'll be able to read them and probably consider some of your suggestions as well, if it would actually fit the overall aesthetic for our channel. Also, Moira here would like to remind you guys that all that you see here are actually available in our Extinct Bricks playlist. So check them out, guys. There's over 200 videos that I have now for the channel, so you would have a lot of time to check them out. There are different species, and also there are also creatures from Monsterverse, as well as that of Avatar. You could also see there some prehistoric creatures other than dinosaurs and pterosaurs. Of course, I have creatures from Megafauna, so check it out, guys. Alright, but I'll also be placing in individual links of all these creatures so that you won't have to go all through that videos if you're just interested in these in this line of figures that you see here. Of course, let's now begin with our Extinct Bricks PC roll call. So let's start with this one. This is the Ijptlw Universe Bonitasaura, level 40. We have here our Extinct Bricks Lariosaurus, our Extinct Bricks Jurassic World Evolution or Alive Margosaurus. We have here our Extinct Bricks Jurassic World Evolution and Ijptlw. This is our Jurassic World Extinct Bricks Bahadasaurus. This is our Extinct Bricks Camp Cretaceous Baby Brachiosaurus. And of course, to start the show here, this is our Extinct Bricks Jurassic Park novel, Mussaurus. And that's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. I'll be putting up an extended video clip of our Mussaurus, so watch out for it until the end of the video. Thanks!
Have you ever seen a dinosaur? It's so relaxing to, interact with this one, and if only there would be live dinosaurs at the moment, I would like to have a pet. And that's it for the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and maraming salamat for all your likes, your shares, and your views on our videos.
Don't forget to support our other channels, Ijptlw Universe and the Adventures of Moira and Nasher. Please pause your videos and support our channel by subscribing. And as we always would say, let your inner dino break roar! Thanks everyone and bye!